once dropped to the MIDI Tools folder within the user library, they should automatically appear in two categories here, Generators and Transformers. Okay, so there are a lot of other ways to transform this idea that we can work on with the Transformers, but let's go ahead and explore our other two generators. First up, we have Metapath, and this is designed to create a melodic pathway that will, over a distance in grid-based steps, in this case 16th notes, a distance of 7/16 notes, it will go up or down by this slope amount, starting from this base point. We've got a chance that the distance will randomize each pivot point. We've got a chance that the slope will randomize each pivot point, and we can orient it in a certain direction, above or below. Now, with a shorter clip like this, it's a little bit difficult to see the larger, longer contour of what it can produce. So I'll go to my clip and let's go for a 4-bar loop here in the clip settings and delete all of that. And let's set the density to 100%. So you can see, okay, there's a 25% chance of notes being tied. And we're basically getting this up-down pattern that's a bit steeper, and then finally here it randomized a bit shorter. That distance must have been randomized downward. And we're getting this sort of lyrical path going up and down that we can hear if I trigger the clip. And I'll reduce the density to make it a bit less busy. And every time I change any of these parameters, the entire pattern is regenerated. And we can reduce the floor and ceiling here. And this is where you might want to turn generate off so that you can manually generate with this apply cycle button and then make changes with impunity rather than continuously generating new patterns with every parameter change. So by reducing the density, we get something rather more musical. It doesn't sound quite just like scales going up and down, but I'm going to increase this slope, and you'll be able to see as it traverses a greater range of notes at a shorter distance, enabling generate again to get these changes more often. So now it's jumping up and down quite a bit more rapidly and jumping up and down further due to the slope distance, which we can also invert. Now let's look at what happens when I change the heading. So now it's trending from higher to lower, or I can set it to trend from lower to higher. So it's more likely to end at a higher end of the range. And if I increase the slope, we'll see this a little more pronounced. Okay, so we can randomize the bass note that it uses as sort of the pivot point. We can randomize the slope and have a greater chance that the distance time will be randomized.